welcome back to the Mompreneur Mentor YouTube channel. Today, I am honored to introduce you to the awesome Andrew Izumi. He is a co-author of the highly anticipated upcoming book launch, Air Fryer Secret, spearheaded by the infamous Kevin Stephen Quinn. Andrew, thank you so much for coming onto the show to talk to us about your chapter. How about you introduce yourself to the audience, and how did you get into the book? What's your story, Andrew?
So my name is Andrew Izumi. And so I've only known Kevin for maybe just over the past year or so. And we got connected. That's a good question, Lisa. I don't even know how we got connected, but I put on a virtual summit last year it was this year in 2019. It's called Summit Ignite, and it's all about the journey to entrepreneurship, all the different stages. And Kevin really took on the entrepreneurship world when you want to sell whatever it is that your product is. But Kevin's been in sales for quite a long time, so we connected kind of on a sales level where he really understands the whole sales process, what it takes to win the sale, and just why to sell in the first place. And then we got along pretty good, and then we just talked in general. It wasn't always about business. Sometimes it was, but a lot of times it's just conversing back and forth just to see how he's doing, things are going in life. It doesn't always have to be an exchange of money or any sort of business relationship. But I'm really honored to be inside of the book because I thought this was fantastic and it was really an enjoyable experience.
That's great. I love that. I love that you emphasize it doesn't always have to have a motive, right? And that's how a lot of business and networking is done these days. It's very much building relationships in the entrepreneurial world. So what is the title of your chapter, and what can the readers expect from your chapter?
Yeah, that's a really solid question, Lisa, because I think there's like 70 chapters inside of this book. So the title of my chapter is called Relationship Building in the Digital Age. And so we live in a day and age where we're in the 21st century. We have our computers here, we got our mobile, tell our wife, or maybe parents and their children. And the children are all like watching a movie on their iPad. The parents are, writing an email on their telephone. The mom's texting somebody else, yada, yada, yada. And we live in this digital age, and the people often forget about the whole relationship building aspect. A lot of people always think, okay, so, I'm going to build relationships, and I've always got an ulterior motive. Like there's something that I want to get. Like there's a carrot that's at the end and a stick. But so, although we can't think those things, and it's always just human nature to think about those things, but my relationship with Kevin Stephen has been a little bit different. I'm not always thinking it's like, so what can I get from him? Like what can I take? What can I give him? What can I take? What can I give him? A lot of times it's just, I just want to see, because he does so many things in the online world, and he's always on Facebook, like he's ever present, which is awesome. And he's helping out so many people. And then sometimes I just check in and I say, hey man, I just want to know, like, just kind of how's it going? Is it, are you feeling good? How's it going? Can we do anything to make sure to support each other, whatever it is? But the relationship building part inside of this digital age, it's not always, hey, I'm going to send somebody a text message because I want something from them. Or a lot of people in the digital age just think, well, I got to give massive amounts of value in order to receive something back. But there's always an ulterior motive. People's like, oh yeah, I got to give, and then all of a sudden I'm going to receive. When you think about relationship building, it's like, why don't you just build relationships for just the sake of building a relationship with somebody? Yes, the stuff will come at the end. Like it's like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but you don't have to think about it like that. Say, you know what? I just want to help this person out because it's the right thing to do, or I just want to ask if they're okay. And then at the end of the day, it usually does end up coming around because we're all very skilled in whatever we do. There's people inside of this book that do like chat bots and Facebook ads and SEO and I don't know, a whole bunch of different things in the digital age. There's so many different marketing tactics that are out there. There's a gal by the name of Angie Norris. She does TV shows on Roku. I didn't even know people knew how to do that stuff. Like, it's amazing.
I know.
Well, you just go and you go about like building relationships with people. So I talk to Angie. I don't talk to Angie too much, but I talk to Angie maybe once every other month or so. But it's not always, actually, it's never about, okay, so like, what can I do for you? Or like, what can you do for me? It's just, so how's life going? So your kids are good, your business is healthy, you're not running into the ground, those sort of things. And then you know what? Eventually, so she actually just contacted me yesterday, and she's doing this thing called the digital marketing experience. She's calling it DMX. Not like the rapper, but she's calling it like DMX, the digital marketing experience. And she says, yeah, we had this conversation a while ago, and are you still interested in being a part of this? And I said, you know what? Is as long as it's moving forward, my plate's a little bit full right now, but as long as something moving forward, I'd love to be a partner of yours and do this together. So things do come around in the end, but you gotta be very honest and open about your relationship in the beginning.
So is that what your chapter focuses on, nurturing relationships without motive?
Yeah. So it's all about building relationships. It is about a little bit on, what can relationships do for you in the back end. Because everybody does want to say, like, what's the pot of gold or what's the cheese at the end of the mace? And yes, there is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but the whole objective is to just build relationships with people. And then that way, also, if you build a relationship with somebody and for whatever reason it doesn't pan out to turn into a $100 bill or whatever the sale is, you still got an awesome relationship out of it.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love your chapter already. That is exciting because that is a problem where people struggle right now in the digital age is they are kind of with that instant gratification and they don't nurture relationships and they just message people out of the blue, let's do value exchange, and without building that rapport or that trust or just maybe wanting to grow in a relationship with this person and meet your tribe. And I really thank you for that. Chapter is so important. It has a lot to do with mindset, because if you approach relationships the wrong way, you will have a much higher failure rate than you will success rate organically. It's organic. And I love Angie. If you guys if you guys are following the air fryer playlist, Angie Norris is on our playlist, so check it out. We've got all the authors. Andrew, this is beautiful. Do you have a background in psychology or social studies at all?
No, I actually don't. Yeah, that's a great question. So my background is in engineering, believe it or not.
Wow.
And
okay.
somehow I ended up in the sales role. But I really love it. I think it's great. It's good for your family. It's good for your friends. It's good for yourself.
I love that. So you guys have heard it from awesome Andrew that nurturing real world relationships don't always need a motive, but they are intrinsically rewarding, right? That's what I'm getting the vibe. And I feel that it's such a deep part of my core, Andrew, because it is so common to run into people who aren't approaching relationships and networking the right way. And in the digital age where so many people are working remote or becoming entrepreneurs, networking and building relationships and is really how business is organically evolving. It's moving past, value exchange. It's moving into this creative, collaborative, building relationship space. All right, so what is your kind of your offer, and how can people find you if they want to reach out and build a relationship with you, Andrew?
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, so you can do a couple of different things. You can either find me on Facebook or LinkedIn. My name's Andrew Izumi, spell it Izumi, or you can go to highticketmomentum.com, and this is where I teach others exactly what the value of sales is, exactly how to sell your high ticket offers. I love and really enjoy high ticket sales because the more value they can give your customer, the more actually they're going to be able to receive and the more they're going to be able to grow. So if you guys want to be able to connect with me, I actually offer a 30-minute consultation call at the end of it, just to see if it's a good fit. If you're a good customer, I'm the right coach for you. And we'll see if it's a good fit. We'll see if we can kind of take it to the next level.
Awesome. I love that. Well, you guys have heard it from us. Don't forget to pick up the Air Fryer Secrets book. It launches December 2019. If it is past launch date, you will see the link in the description box below. All proceeds go to support Operation Underground. It is a book of charity, a book full of value. And thank you so much, Andrew, for coming on the show and speaking with our audience. Do you have any last quote or tidbit of advice you'd like to give them before signing off today?
Yeah, I got a good piece of advice here. I've been approached with many individuals just within the past 6 months, and they said, you know what, like XYZ person screwed me in business. I'm really butthurt about it. so on and so forth, like took money from me. Somebody actually took money from me too. And it's interesting because like these are all people within like my close network of, I wouldn't say friends and peers. So my last piece of advice is when you grow relationships organically without the really intent of getting something on the back end, and you end up going into business with them, you're not going to get screwed by those people. So there's an individual that I just got into business with, and it's okay because it's nothing like, yes, we signed a contract and did all the rest of that stuff, but I know he's not going to screw me. Like, it's just not in his personality. That way you'll know exactly who to do business with.
What a great piece of advice. I love that, because earlier this year I was scammed for $8,000, and I had to go to court because I was trying to outsource some work for my company, and I picked a guy. We moved in really fast. He pitched me really well, got me hook, line, and sinker. I gave him the money, and boom, he disappeared. So I really appreciate that advice. Take that one to heart, guys. All right. Thank you for tuning into our show today. Andrew, thank you again for your time. And do not forget to check out our whole Air Fryer Secrets playlist on the channel, where you can meet all of the amazing Air Fryer Secrets co-authors. Bye, guys.
And thanks so much, Lisa. Bye-bye.